Hey, it's ArboursAbroad here, and today we're showing you a Van Trails original recipe. Mediterranean couscous salad. So first you're going to want to put your water on. We do our couscous by boiling water first and then just adding it to the dish that we're using to eat it out of. That way there's less dishes. It's way less of a mess. It works great. For this recipe, you're going to need some couscous, cucumber, onion, sun-dried tomatoes, chickpeas, or garbanzo beans, whatever you say, some balsamic vinegar, and spices of your choice. We do salt and pepper and chimichurri. While your kettle's on, boiling your water for your couscous, that's the perfect time to cut up all your stuff for the dish. So chopping up your onion, chopping up your sun-dried tomato, and your cucumber. I like to start with the sun-dried tomato first because it's oily, and then when you chop up your onion and your cucumber, it soaks up the oils, making it less of a mess. So we're gonna use 2 bowls for our dishes, or if we're like making it for a lunch to go for like when we're working, then obviously we put it in a to-go container, or but a couple scoops of couscous for each of us. Just a couple handfuls is good. And again, we're gonna do it like this instead of on the actual stove, just for less dishes. Alright, the kettle's done. Some water in there. And just let it soak and do its thing. Ideally, you cover the couscous just to let the steam work a little bit better. We usually cover it with our to-go container, but since we're having this here, I'm just gonna put this right on top. While your couscous is soaking or getting soft, basically soaking up the water, drain your chickpeas or garbanzo beans and also rinse them to get the eggies off of it. Alright, we're going to check on the couscous, see how it's doing. It's been what, about 2 minutes? And look at that. This one, if you use a fork, it kind of fluffs up the couscous a bit.
It what?
A fork fluffs the couscous a bit. This one looks a little bit more watery, so I'm just going to add them together. Mix it around and try it out. It needs to steam for a little bit longer. Whoa. Alright, moment of truth. Let's see if the couscous is ready. Looks pretty good. Jay, what do you say?
Looks good. Put it all together.
Alright. After your couscous is done, if you had to combine it, then split them, obviously, or split it. The longer you let the couscous actually sit, it's gonna fluff up more. We're starving, so we're not gonna let it sit any longer. I forgot to say how much water you put in. We put in just over, like, you put your couscous down and then put in just a smidgen of water that's covering the couscous, and then a little bit more. That way it just soaks it all in and you don't have excess water. If you do have excess water at the end, you can either let it soak longer or just dump the water out. It doesn't change the taste of the couscous at all. Alright. First, you're going to season your couscous. Salt, pepper. This is just so it mixes in better.
What's this?
Salt. Our favorite. favorite chimichurri. We got chimichurri when we were in South America and loved it. And then as we were running out of it, what, 2 years later? Because we were like using it so infrequently because we loved it so much. We found it when we were road tripping in Belgium, actually. Alright, now for the rest. Doesn't matter how you put it in. Again, you can try and scrape off the oil that's left from the sun-dried tomato. Oops.
Gotta make it equal.
Oh, I should have counted the pieces. Alright, garbanzo beans. You probably aren't supposed to have a full can, but whatever. And balsamic vinegar. Cheers. Jay loves balsamic vinegar, so I always put a lot on his. But this is just to taste, really.
The sun's back.
Alright, mix it up and then you can enjoy, I suppose.
So where'd the inspiration of this meal come from?
I'm not really sure exactly where we came up with this meal. I think it was just what we had in the van and we didn't want to go grocery shopping for lunch. So I just took whatever we had. We needed to use the sun-dried tomatoes. We have made this meal before with regular tomatoes and mint in it. We'll have to do another recipe on that one. But it was just what we had. So we've made it with these same ingredients but also added spinach and rocket or arugula. And today we didn't have that, so I made it this way instead. I think we've put basil in it before. You can really put whatever you want into it. The flavor, a lot of the flavor is coming from the balsamic vinegar. And for us, we love that kind of vinegar. You could use whatever vinegar you prefer. One of the best parts about this meal, and most of the meals that we show you all on here, is the cleanup. So we always use, like if we have a paper towel left from wiping our faces or something, we use that first to wipe down everything and then do the dishes afterwards. And if you remember from boiling the water in the beginning for the couscous, you still have hot water to do your dishes. It's plain and simple. If you want a more detailed explanation of all of this, you can check out our website, which is linked below, which has a step-by-step instructions for this and exactly how much of everything you're going to need. And if you want more recipes in general, don't forget to follow along with us on ArboursAbroad or Van Trails. Cheers.